Hello folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another modern video. Today we're going to be trying to brew around the guild gates. Okay, so the original deck list that was sent to me was not so much a real deck list as just like a set of things that maybe could go in the deck list. So I'm going to talk about the original deck list for like 30 seconds here, and then I'm going to talk about like the direction that I took this. So, in case you're not familiar with the cycle, the guild gates exist for each one of the guilds, each one of the color pairs, and they have the subtype gate. And there are various cards, such as Maze's End, that pay you off for controlling a bunch of gates. So, the original deck list I was given here was a Maze's End deck list that also used some of the other Gates Matters cards, such as Crackling Perimeter and Guild Summit. But if you kind of take a look at a lot of the rest of the ideas here, these are just ideas. And I think if I played anything that looked quite like this deck list, I would just kind of flounder around and die and not be able to do anything quickly or not be able to consistently cast my spells, you know? We can't be the deck that wants, like, turn 2 green blue and also turn 5 green white green white green white green white and turn 4 1 white white blue and black sun. It's not gonna happen. So I did some digging around and I found a couple other Maze's Ends deck lists, and I put this deck list together. So we are going to eliminate the Maze's End as the first part, and we're going to focus on the other Gates Matters cards. I think if we try to drag the games on and control 10 different guild gates with different names and Maze's End, that is just going to end up being unrealistic and incredibly slow as a win condition. So instead, I'm going to switch to Gate Colossus as my primary Gates Matter cards. It costs 1 less for each gate you control. It can't be blocked by creatures like Ragavan with power 2 or less. And this is the thing that makes it really interesting, whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, you can put this card from your graveyard on top of your library. So if someone somehow manages to kill this, say by like trading with a Murktide Regent or something like that, you can just bring it back. And at that point, it will be free or highly discounted again. So we are looking to win with either this card or with Crackling Perimeter. We're going to tap an untapped gate we control to deal 1 damage to each opponent. So these are our 2 ways to primarily win the game. We also have Gatebreaker Ram, which is kind of like the other backup card. It gets +1/+1 for each gate I control, and as long as we control 2 or more gates, this has Vigilance and Trample. A lot of the Guildgate deck lists that I was looking at don't actually go 100% in on the gates. So we have 4 mana sources that can enter untapped: 2 forests, 1 breeding pool, and 1 temple garden. We want to have a lot of gates, and Plaza of Harmony is a really cool thing. It cares about gates. If we control 2 or more gates, we gain 3 life when this ETBs. So this is kind of a big deal, right? Because this gate deck is going to be slow. It's going to take some damage in the early game. And if we're playing against something like Burn, this is essentially like a counterspell stapled to a land, right? It just undoes a lightning bolt worth of damage. So we are going to try to churn through our deck, and to answer the stuff that our opponents are doing, we're going to play Gates Ablazed, and it deals X damage to each creature, where X is the number of gates you control, and Deafening Clarion, which deals 3 damage to each creature. Note, there are other things that we could play sort of like this, such as Anger of the Gods, that have different effects, but this one, it requires 2 different colors, which is going to be a little bit easier than 2 of the same color in this deck list. If you'll take a look here, I'm really trying not to double up on mana symbols in this deck list as a whole. Pulling the sideboard out here real quick, I don't think we get to beat everything if we're going to try to do something cute like playing gates. So I've kind of come up with 4 categories of cards here. The number 1 is extra win conditions for when we need to board out something like the Gates Ablaze and Deafening Clarion because they don't have text. And for that, I have Archway Angel, which gains 2 life for each gate we control, and more crackling perimeters. We have Negates and Chalices for the combo matchups. The Chalices are for things like the Rhino Cascade and Living End sorts of cards, and a few cards for the artifact-based matchups. So this league is going to be shenanigans one way or another. There are a couple of cute fringe things we can do. So for example, this has another mode where creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn, which is kind of a big deal when we have things that are like 8/8s or potentially even bigger than 8/8s. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Consider leaving me a comment or subscribing to the channel if you're new to support my content for free. And if you want to have some fun and mess around with this deck list or get one of your own decks on the channel, that information is available in the video description. Let's battle. All right, so round one opening hand. I don't really know what a good opening hand looks like yet, but I'm guessing no plays until 4 is not really acceptable. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this one. This is not, like, the worst hand. It's good if we're playing against a creature deck and kind of bad otherwise. I think I'm probably going to keep this and pitch the breeding pool, and then I will have 3 different turn 3 plays. That's potentially acceptable. Okay, opponent kind of tanked for a minute and then ultimately kept their hand. Let's see how these shenanigans do. Guildgate pass. Let the games begin. Let's see how much pressure I'm under here. So, like, the worst case scenario here is probably Ragavan. Okay, breeding pool. All right, rhinos. Okay, so I'm gonna need to use Gates Ablaze to kill rhinos because they have 4 toughness, so Deafening Clarion will not answer them. Okay, cool. So let's see. Gatebreaker Ram is never going to be killed by Gates Ablaze, right? As I'll have 2 plus the number of gates that I control. I guess let's pop this out so I can keep an eye on it. Okay. Sure. I mean, you can tap down my permanents. Okay, so it's just better to play Explore than anything else here. So let's go Forest, Explore. Okay, I'll put a new Guildgate into play, and I'm +1 land. So with Circuitous Route, I will get to enough Guild Gates to actually cast Gates Ablaze and to kill these rhinos when they come into play. Oh, okay, a Gate Colossus. So this currently costs 5. I can make it cost 3. I could just like play Circuitous Routes this turn, and then if my opponent makes rhinos end of turn, I have better plays for next turn, or I could just like play 1 large creature. I think I just like increasing my gate count here. Okay, we are getting movement from my opponent. I assume it's just going to be make some rhinos. Okay, so they're looting 2 and making a treasure. I don't care about that. I've not been super impressed by Prismari Command as a card. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I am not going to think too much about which guild gates to get. I have my colors fixed. I'm just going to grab some guild gates that I don't have yet, you know. Make it look like Maze's End is a thing, you know? So counter comes off the Crashing Footfalls. I have 5 damage to all creatures covered already with Gates Ablaze. And I have Gatebreaker Ram plus Gate Colossus as my own play. Gate Colossus is not currently going to be killed by like a Rhino in combat or my Gates Ablaze. Okay, yeah. Got like a Charlotte's Agent over there or something. Also, Gatebreaker Ram plus Gate Colossus is an insane amount of lifelink if I use Deafening Clarion in that way. Yeah, okay. We're seeing some movement. Like, is your hand just really bad even after Prismari Command? Sure, Karn's fine. What are you going to do with that? Lycosynth Lattice isn't legal in this format, so I don't have to worry about just getting immediately locked out. Oh, okay. Your liquid metal coating. Sure. I mean, that's like a real thing. Just confirming this costs 3 currently. Yeah. Let's cast this Ram. I will cast this. I'm going to do this prior to playing this gate, because if something somehow happens to this, I want to play this gate and return it. Nothing happened to it, so I will just play that. Hello, I have 16 power in play. You can turn it into 15 by blowing up one of my lands. Good luck. Alright, so you now get a couple of rhinos. I'm not overly worried about them, because I am about to just kill them. Is your coding? Okay, this is your coding. Sure. Okay. You just plussed on the is it one. That's fine. Although that means I can't both Gates Ablaze and Deafening Clarion in the same turn cycle right now. Okay. Just Gates Ablaze. Just Gates Ablaze to start off this turn. Alright. This does mean that this Gate Colossus gets in range of like a lightning bolt. Okay, so that is resolved. I think I'm just going to like play overly conservative here and send both of these at the Karn. It's like instant speed rhinos are a thing that can happen. Okay, instant speed rhinos are a thing that's happening. That is unfortunate. I'd kind of put my opponent on not having that, as they had like so many other opportunities to cast that. So that means I lose both of these bodies, which isn't great for me. Yeah, that leaves the Karn at 1, too. Eh. Yuck! Alright, so that means I'm not going to be able to cast red spells for the foreseeable future. Assuming, yeah, and they do go after the Guildgate. Makes sense. Oh, alright. I mean, this is why we have chalices in the sideboard, right? Yeah, so this deck has Furies. Good to know. Yeah, that Karn saved my opponent's bacon on multiple different levels. Okay. So let's play Circuitous Route, and I'll pick up 2 different red guild gates. And then I'll put the Gate Colossus on top of my library. Do I sandbag the other guild gate? I think I sandbagged the other guild gate just to like replay the Colossus yet another time. Oh my god, do you have more rhinos still? Okay, it's an endurance. What the fuck are you doing? You could have cast the endurance and taken out my Colossus from the graveyard. I don't understand. Okay. Which one of my red guild gates is going down? All right, the Is It one is going down. I'll take 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. Then I take 4, 7, 8, 9, 13. Okay, so that is just lethal. All right, I'm gonna concede here. I'll move to the next game. Yeah, all right. So I take it back. If it's like theoretically deterministically lethal, it's fine. Although I guess I had a Deafening Clarion in hand. I could have tried lifelink shenanigans to stay alive. That one was very clearly tilting in favor of my opponent, though. All right. 3 Chalice of the Void in. 3 Negate in. I probably don't want Deafening Clarions, so that'll be my first thing that I sub out. And then what goes out from there? Guild Summit, maybe? Guild Summit just turns all my gates into cantripping things, which is, like, nice. I do want to, like, churn through this deck and increase my count. But I don't want to tap out for that if I'm holding up Negate. Maybe I do a little trimming like this, and I don't get rid of any one thing. I need all the gates ablaze. Okay, let's try this. This has multiple gates ablazes. I'll keep this. Also has an Explore to get a little bit ahead on mana. Ooh, Gemstone Caverns. Pitching another Gemstone Caverns. Okay. So let's play the green Guild Gate first in case I draw an untapped land on turn 2. Okay. Okay, am I gonna get iced again? Feels like it. Oh, nope, green mana. Oh, this can make blue. Okay, sure. You can tap that, draw a card. Alright. Negate is a fantastic draw. Absolutely the sort of thing that I want for this matchup. Although I don't know how soon I get to hold that up. Like, I can hold it up immediately. And then just, like, not play Explore. Yeah, maybe that's the plan. Like, I really want to Explore, but my opponent could have this at any time. My Explore gets worse if I don't immediately play it, though. Right? Because, like, then I'm just going to, like, naturally make my land drops otherwise. Alright, so there's the Violent Outburst. And here's my opponent's punish for not just, like, doing that while it was safe to do so. Alright, never mind. They have it all. That's okay. I will be able to just Gates Ablazed and deal 4 damage to all of those next turn, so they will require another piece of permission in order to, like, protect that. I go to 12 here. And so, like, I have 2 sets of rhinos answered. Karn is definitely a problem, though, if that happens. Okay. Karn did not happen. So this does not count as a gate, so I can't play that this turn. I have to just play this one. And then we will set the gates ablaze. Oh, no. Don't have a second Force of Negation. Okay, it's Prismari command. I guess that can technically loot my opponent towards a Force of Negation. Yeah. Why are people playing Prismari command? Like, I don't know. My opponent can just, like, have Spike to Karn here, and it doesn't matter, because, like, Karn's so good against me. Fuck. These no longer count as gates. Okay. I have an 8-mana colorless 8/8 that I can still do. Or if I hit one of the 2 forests, I can still play a forest and then, like, circuitous routes, then my deck. Okay, did you just, like... Okay, sure. That's gonna kill me in 4 turns, almost certainly. I have about a 2-turn window to draw relevant cards, otherwise I'm dead. The fact that this shuts off Gates Ablazed is just absolutely brutal. Alright, suspending a Crashing Footfalls. Okay, I think I'm not gonna beat this unless I draw Forest. Well... Okay. 3, 6, this is 7. So I need 1 more. Yeah, any land gives me an 8/8. Don't know that the 8/8 is gonna beat this suspended Crashing Footfalls, though. This doesn't have, like, reach or anything. I think I'm just dead to this. Alright. Concede. GG's. That was a pretty respectable game, though. Alright, round 2. I've got a pretty respectable opening hand. I have 2 different things that can cycle and allow me to make more land drops, and I have 2 payoff cards. More rhinos! Just, oops, all rhinos today, huh? Okay. Let's draw some fiery whoosy-whatsits and go from there. Maybe I should have put just straight up 4 chalices in the sideboard. I thought 3 was enough. How popular is this rhinos deck right now? Oh no. You gonna ice me? Feel like I'm gonna get iced. Yeah. Just like a bad college party. Alright. Let's play you, I guess, now. And next turn, I can growth spiral, make a couple of land drops, work towards gate. Oh, thank you. It's a Gates Ablaze. So let's play an explore. I'll get an additional land drop. Okay, my opponent is going to take this opportunity to make some rhinos and make me sad. That's perfectly fair. Oh, never mind. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll just play this tapped then. Now, I do need a 4th Guildgate here in order to get Gates Ablazed to the correct number. I think I'm just going to play my Ram. I don't know, maybe drawing the card is really important so that I can Gates Ablaze. Yeah, maybe the filtering is too important here. Okay. I'll play this. I'll get 3 life from it. 1, 2, 3. This will be 4, so I can't cast the big boy this turn. I know this is an instant. I'm just going to do it now. Alright. I'll put that into play. So I control 4 gates. I have my red mana so that I can Gates Ablaze. Life's okay. Life's, like... I could take 16 here. Okay, I'm not taking 16 here. I am going to get another card out of this Gates Ablaze, though. So there's that. Like, I'm going to take 3 damage and then wipe the field. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's when my opponent has a Force of Negation that I'm super sad. Don't fucking... Okay. I got scared for a second that I was going to get iced. Alright, so let's do this. You cost 3, so I can't actually do both of these in the same turn. I think I'll just clear the field. You don't tap for all colors? Hold up. 1 mana of any type that a gate you control could produce. Well. Well. Whoops. Okay. I guess I just play a Gate Colossus then. I guess I can play an Explore prior to that safely. Okay, there's a Ram. Here is my 8/8. My 8/8's amazing. Nice. Now my opponent can just go wide of me. What the fuck was that? Oh, is the bounce spell. Okay. I mean, that bounce spell was worth 8 damage, so that was pretty damn good. Take 11 here and go to 9. I need a red source for this Gates Ablaze. Once I have that, I think I'm okay. Oh, geez, a shock there. I'm going to try to find this red source. Let's Growth Spiral. That is not the red source that I'm looking for. You cost what? 2, 4, 6. You cost 2 mana. I'm just going to play a Ram this turn. It shows my opponent a new card, unfortunately. But it potentially allows me to play multiple spells next turn. Alright. And my opponent could just, like, do the whole Cascade thing one more time here and then go wide of me for lethal. Fuck, yeah. So I block one of these, and then I take 4, 8, 12, 15 damage. Fuck. I just needed my red mana. I just needed my red mana, and this game was absolutely fine. Alright, so we'll probably end up sideboarding like last time. I think I brought in these 7 cards. I might have brought in some of this. I think I boarded these out, boarded out 2 Guild Summits, boarded out 1 Explore. I now know about Blood Moon. I don't know if I'm supposed to board in Force of Vigor for that. I feel like the answer is no. I also am not sure if I need Guild Summits versus I just need to, like, get to the point where I can play something that stabilizes my board faster. I'm going to keep the 2 drops over the Guild Summits this time. Do I want this to help specifically deal with Brazen Borrower? I don't think I do. Okay, I have 2 lands here. I have 2 negates, which is a thing. This hand's not great. It has 2 negates. I'll keep it. I'm not sure if this is better than just trying to, like, mulligan and find a Chalice hand. The issue is that if my opponent has, like, the luck land, what is it, Gemstone Caverns, and they, like, pull ahead on mana, that is going to be available before my negates are actually up. Alright, my opponent tanked for a little while, and then ultimately kept their opening hand. Okay. We're just going to have a nice slow and steady start here. Get this red mana going. Okay, sure. Alright, so things are okay for me now. I now have, like, 2 negates as protection. The issue here is that, like, I can't really tap out for this right now. It's just, like, absolutely not safe for me to do so. I will shock for this. And this leaves double negate up for me. Okay, cool. So I will go ahead and negate this. And then we'll see if my opponent goes for it again on their turn. Nice. There's hope for the old Guildgate deck yet. Okay. That's a triumph. That's fine. Gate Colossus. I can just slam Gate Colossus right now and drop negate. Is that correct? It's probably correct. Oh, wait, hold on. One of those is not a gate. Breeding Pool is not a gate. Okay, let's continue to hold up negate. Brazen Borrower becomes really awkward for me. Okay, this is fine, though. Like, I just get to negate this again. And now that I don't have a negate to hold up, I'm safe adjacent to just tap out for, like, Circuitous Route on my next turn. Alright. There's 3 turns in a row of Rhinos. That is hell of consistency. I will probably just Gates Ablaze this turn. Oh no, I can't Gates Ablaze this turn. I only have 3 lands. This not being a gate was rough. I'm gonna take and damage for that not being a gate. Buh. Alright, I want a second red land. From there, it doesn't really matter. I will pick 2 Guildgates chosen at random. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates. My turn gets kind of interesting if I draw an untapped land. Fuck me, you goddamn piece of shit! Fuck you, Blood Moon. I hate you. Uh. Alright. So, we don't win the Rhino matchup. Understood. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, it's pretty obvious that you're enjoying my content. Consider doing something to help me, whether it's something as small as leaving a like or subscribing to my channel, or doing something cool like doing a donation deck list, or even cooler, a dealer's choice donation deck list. Just saying, I get to do shenanigans every time that happens. Okay, back to the show. Alright, I've kept my opening hand here. I have a turn 2 growth spiral because I have breeding pool. Like, I know breeding pool last time like lost us a match, but like this time it's going to allow us to like growth spiral ahead of schedule, which is going to be nice. Goblins, okay. Gates Ablaze will be very good in that case. All right, so let's shock here. I can technically hold up mana here, but I'm just gonna do this thing now and casually F6 my opponent's turn. I have both Gates Ablaze and Deafening Clarion as removal spells. I have Guild Summit to turn my lands into cantrips. Like, I have a lot of things going well for me here. Sure. How much value am I going to try to get out of these cards? Like, am I willing to take 3 damage to just put Guild Summit in play? I think so. Yeah, I think I'm willing to just do this. So, like, obviously I have no untapped gate, so I can't draw any extra cards with it right now. But I'm just kind of hoping to spike a land and then chain a bunch of stuff together. Note that this is whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, you do not have to play it. Oh, well. I was not expecting that much damage to happen for those things staying in play. Holy shit. Okay. Now I know for next game. Everything here has 1 toughness. I'll just cast Gates Ablaze. Well, this will theoretically be worth more damage later. This can give this Gate Colossus lifelink later, though. Alright, let's junk everything. I'll take 1 from Mog Fanatic. Yeah, okay. Man, I was really not expecting Reckless Bushwhacker. I'm used to, like, the historic decks, where, like, they're trying to get you with inevitability, and, like, Uxus caliber cards. I did not expect the deck to be that low to the ground. Sure, that's fine. Not super worried about just taking 1 point of damage. I guess Goblin Grenade. Alright, never mind. Alright, so. I like this. I like this. Honestly, Chalice of the Void on 1 seems pretty good here as well. How am I going to kill my opponent? I'm going to kill my opponent by attacking with a large creature twice in all likelihood. I can maybe go down on Crackling Perimeters and Guild Summits a bit. I can probably actually cut all of the Guild Summits if I'm bringing in these Archway Angels as alternative finishers. Yeah, okay. I would like to play first. Do I interact enough with this hand? So I go Guildgate, shock myself. I go, is it Guildgate? Shock myself. Growth Spiral, or probably Explore. Explore into Groll Guildgate. And I work towards this. This is okay. I think without 2 redraws, I would just mulligan this one. But presuming that I hit some number of lands, I can chain to this pretty quickly. And if I don't hit lands, I'm hitting things that are going to block or otherwise remove my opponent's stuff. I think this is okay. I'm not going to say great. I think it's okay. All right, nice. Okay, yeah, there's something that helps hold the board. All right, so shock, explore. Okay, that's good. There's my other tapped land. My Plaza gives me 2 life next turn. And then I've got a Gatebreaker Ram. Goblins. Okay. Goblins you control get +1/+0 and haste until end of turn. When it attacks, if you attack with total power 6. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. I don't think I need to answer that immediately. Obviously could be wrong. But I think I'm just going to take my life here and then set myself up for success in the future. Should really probably pay attention to what guild gates I need. I'm not going to. I think, like, with this thing here, I think my stuff is good enough that I just don't have to worry about it. Why did you keep your hand? Like, you were so... I hate everything. I absolutely just hate everything. I am trying to play this fun gate deck, and I have just gotten Blood Mooned out of 3 rounds in a row. In, like, what otherwise would have been absolutely dominating performances from this deck. Like, I was about to have 7 mana and play these 2 cards on turn 4. Fuck me. Ugh. Okay. So, do we keep? If I spike the green mana for Circuitous Routes, I get triple Gate Colossus pretty quickly. It's a pipe dream, so I think I'm going to mulligan this one, but I just wanted to talk about that for a second. This hand is very good. So the question is, like, which card am I throwing back? It's not any of the gates. It's either Temple Garden or Explore. I'm on the draw. I'm on the play. This is actually really tough. I think I'm going to pitch the Temple Garden and just, like, accept that I'm going to have a slower start. But just keeping the Explore and all the guild gates and all my threats, I think, is more important than playing the Explore a turn earlier. Okay, so we're probably playing against some Dragon Rage Channeler, Ragavan, Murktide Regent pile. Okay, sure. Okay, basic island. Okay. I don't know exactly what this means then. Is Emery a thing in this format? Okay. So, play a tapped Guildgate. And next turn, I'll make 2 land drops. And then the following turn, I'll start looking at playing a real threat. Okay. No. Alright. So there's the red mana. There's a dashed Ragavan. All the cards in my deck suck for you. Like, enjoy your shitty monkey. Like, what are you gonna hit? Good luck. Sure. A lot of bobble. Alright, and then the Ragavan bounces back to hand. Yeah, I'm good with this. So I'll explore. And that gives me 2 land drops. And then next turn, I'll have my choice of these 2 cards, both of which are going to be out of, like, Lightning Bolt removal range. And I don't know how threatened I am by something like a Merc. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the 4th round of Blood Moons in a row. I am so very sad right now. Because I thought I put together a decent and fun deck, and I just fucking get ranched by Blood Moons instead. Alright. Am I supposed to even fight the Blood Moon? Probably like 1 or 2 of them in the 75. Right? Unless this is Blue Moon. This is like the current take on Blue Moon. I probably have to just, like, play these. Have outs to it. The gate is, like, whatever. Let's play a couple negates. Give myself, like, 4-ish answers to these things. The issue with the negates is that it's so hard for me to hold them up at the appropriate time, right? Like, I'm a tap-out deck. I don't know that I can play the negates. Play another one of these as removal, and then, like, maybe I actually do just keep one of those. I hope this is good entertainment. Okay. This is not great. Do I just keep this and hope that between Explore and my next draw step, I get to enough mana to do this shit? I think that's the plan. I think I junk one of those and just kind of pray. Its hand is weak. Alright, Guildgate go. I expected this to be like a 2-3 league. I expected to get some W's on the board. But just holy shit. Absolute beating. Okay. I really need this to hit. Okay. That kind of counts. It gets me to my 3rd mana so that I can play either well, so I can play Guild Summit. I can't play Gates Ablaze. I lack red mana currently. So I take 2 from the monkey here. I don't care. This is a 2/1 that makes a treasure each turn. Like, the stuff that they hit is not going to be relevant because my deck is so, like, gate focused. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I need a red gate. I guess I can do that via circuitous route this turn. Let's cast that. I'll use this to get both red and white mana. Let's grab like a Gruul Guildgate and then like an Azorius Guildgate. 1, 2. All right, so I only have 3 gates. That's probably okay though. So as long as nothing just terrifying happens this turn, I wipe these 2 creatures. I'll be at 15, and then I start playing like a giant 8/8. Okay, sure. I also have enough land drops where I can potentially just beat a Blood Moon by playing an 8/8. Fire Bluff, sure. That's fine. Okay. That's 3 card tribe. Okay, so I'm going to take a little more damage. I'm going to be at 13 here. I guess my opponent could have Counterspell and then play it off 2 treasure tokens. That would be inconvenient for me. Guess that's the big thing that would beat me right now. Oh, neat. Okay. So here's my board wipe. Nice. And then I can play this card to set myself up for the future and turn my land drops into cantrips. Here's to hoping that I don't just get Blood Mooned and just, like, uninstall Magic Online. Okay. Alright, that's an immediate cycle. Alright. Good stuff. Here is my Colossus. You've got 6 cards. No big deal, right? You can beat that. Oh ho 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 ho. Sure. Yeah, I don't mind this. Maybe I'm supposed to play Gatebreaker. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Ram on my previous turn, just by the way. Because, like, I don't know, I have the forest, so that doesn't matter. Like, the forest has real text here. Okay. Absolutely. Got another one. Oh, no. My champion. He's broken. So, we will put the Gate Colossus back on top of my deck and immediately redraw it using Guild Summit. What a fucking combo. Alright. Alright. Some of the joy has returned to my life after the absolute beating that was all those Blood Moons. Yep. What you got? Nice. Let's get in there. Got like an ice or a cryptic command or something. Cryptic command banned? No, I think they banned Mystic Sanctuary. Left cryptic command. Alright, so this still leaves up enough mana to cast a Force of Vigor if something bad happens on session time. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, another Ram. Nice. And like Brazen Borrower 1 back to my hand. Yep, okay. That's fine. Okay. I really do respect the amount of wiggling my opponent is doing here in order to, like, stay alive. I really and truly do. If I want to leave up for Blood Moon, for answering Blood Moon, I should play the Ram. There's my Ram. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just cast this and say, like, fuck the Blood Moon. I think that's probably correct. Okay, so my opponent goes to 7 with that fetch. So the Gatebreaker Ram is lethal with a single, whatchamacallit, a single gate as my draw. Okay. Alright, after seeing, like, the Guild Summit Gate Colossus combo in action there, I think I'm gonna go and keep one more Guild Summit. Okay, this hand is probably not good. I only have 2 land drops. I have like a couple draw steps to hit more to keep going. I lack red mana currently. I do have a lot of have a lot of redraws to find red mana. How many red mana sources am I working with? 4, 8. Oh, am I only dealing with 8 true red sources? Or 8? These are kind of red sources. If I have that few outs, I'm just going to go ahead and mulligan this one. This hand looks much better. So, the worst card in my hand is Force of Vigor. I believe that is the correct card to put back into my deck in this situation. I'll lose to a Blood Moon, but, like, I have to try to not lose to the other cards in my opponent's deck first. I just think that's so important that I'm going to just, like, risk the Blood Moon. Like, the Blood Moon can happen as soon as this turn due to, like, the Ragavan Lotus Petal effect. So we'll see what happens. That, like, island worries me. Okay, sure. Yeah, that doesn't matter. That has no text for you. All right. Just, that's how today's gonna be. That's how today's gonna be. We have O Ford after playing against 4 Blood Moon decks in a row. That is what it is. Overall thoughts on the deck list. I honestly don't think the deck list is that bad. Is this a competitive Modern deck? No, absolutely not. But I think the pairings just absolutely decimated us there. And, like, I made a decision after a mulligan that I don't regret, because, like, I have to keep the things that allow me to play a game of Magic under, like, average circumstances. And then, like, we got hit with the moon. But if we had, like, kept the Force of Vigor, pitched 2 cards to, like, not get Blood Mooned there, then I probably flounder around and don't do a lot that game anyway. So, like, I don't think this overall strategy is all that bad. Like, you might be able to futz around with this and get something that's a little more competitive, but I think you just have to wait. Like, every deck that we played against had Blood Moon just because Urza Saga is so good right now. So, like, this is not the time for this deck list. So, like, I fucking tried, but it was not the time to be playing a Guildgate deck in Modern. Try again next year. All right, I hope you enjoyed my suffering. Have a great rest of the day, folks. See ya.